Hello everyone, this is Carter Chandler, and I'm out here at Kirby Lake on the south side of Abilene, and I'm going to be talking about the ecology of Kirby Lake. So my biome that I have here out at Kirby Lake is a North American temperate grassland, but it's also with a riparian, which is a lake/shoreline mix. My flora and fauna, plants-wise, as you can see, there's cattails over there on my north side of me. I have mesquites in this backside and maybe even sometimes along the shoreline, just kind of all around the area. And then because they are a invasive species whenever it comes to trees. I have other things like shrubs on both sides right here, and even a mix of tree and shrubs. And then, lots of different types of grasses. I mean, it goes all the way around. You can do a whole 360 and you're gonna see different types of grasses and trees and everything, any which way you look. Now, my animals that I have, if you look at the water, you can sometimes see some fish jumping up. They can be bass, catfish, or any kind of fish. You have turtles. I've seen some turtles around here that just jump back in the water because they got scared of me. You got frogs, which mainly come out at nighttime, but they're here. There was ducks, but those also jumped, or swam, flew, whatever you want to call for them, away whenever anybody shows up. And maybe also back in the back, just off the shore, there could be some deer or some smaller mammal type animals. You never know what you can find out here. The traits, some of the traits are like the cattails. They grow in waterlogged soil, so there's going to be a lot of waterlogged soil since we're right here off the shore. And then we also have ducks that migrate to the lake, whenever it's time, whenever it gets a little warmer in the year, just because they depend on the lake to get their food, for their water, to stay clean, to have a home in general. And also mesquite. Mesquite survive all year round. They're always going to be here, no matter how dry, wet, or anything it is. It does not matter. Now, my abiotic is the lake, of course. It provides water and habitat for fish, turtles, ducks, birds, snakes, mammals, anything. My biotic, there's none out here right now. I don't know where they all went, like I said earlier, but are the ducks. They depend on the aquatic plants and insects. And really everything thrives off of the water level of the lake, depending on the time of the year it is, depending on how dry the summer has been or how cold the winter may be, because it may freeze over or anything like that. Look at that sunset. It's a great sunset. The human impact that humans have caused or will cause and have caused on Kirby Lake is this lake is a man-made reservoir. So it has obviously roads and I don't want to call this a parking lot, but whenever it does flood or whenever it's not flooded, it can be a parking lot, but there's also paved parking lots. There's fishing access. There's actually people over here fishing right now off a little dock. Great example right there. Now, the natural grass and bushlands were cleared out to make this shoreline. This is where all this rock is. It used to be just grass and everything else, but now it's just a shoreline made of rock to just hold in the water. It's keeping it in place. Human activity can consist of fishing, of course. There could be boats out here, but I'm not seeing any right now, but sometimes there is, depending on the time of day and time of the year. And I will say, sadly, the humans do cause pollution, which is a very sad thing, but it happens and we do it. The climate, the annual precipitation is about 25 inches in Abilene, Texas. And if you want to average it all out, the average temperature per year is about 64 degrees, but it does range a lot in the summertime, from anywhere from 90 to 108 plus if you want to go that high. But in the winter, it can drop down to 25 being low and 50 being the high for the day. For the climate changes that happen out here is whenever it's hotter in the summer, it's not so great for the lake because there's more evaporation, not enough water coming in to just keep the levels up. And rainfall in Abilene and / West Texas is so unpredictable. You never know if there's going to be a drought or if there's ever just going to be a flood. You really never know. You really don't know. And then with all this happening, it can cause stress on the plants or animals or even the people sometimes when it comes down to it. And it just, whenever there's no rain, it can cause a lot of things to go wrong, I'll say. I guess if you want to say rain really does help out that plants and animals because it gives them more places to live, more food, more things to try to get. It helps them out. But for humans, sometimes it can be a problem. But I just want to say thank you for watching. It's my first time doing this ever, so I hope it's not too bad. I'm out here at Kirby Lake. I hope y'all have a good night.